Right, so what I decided to do is I am going to start fading out the pieces in this frame actually. I'll show you how I'm going to do that, but first I'm going to move these orange things again, the little particles. Zoom in a lot more here. Doing the same way I did before, just by drawing each one to where it's moving up. Like that. Some of them will get longer, some of them will get smaller, just to add variation. Some of them will become more like a line as they get farther out, and less like globs. Some of them will just be like particles. I gotta make sure I do this for every one of the particles. I'm gonna turn it off and on to make sure I got them all moving. Okay, so that looks good. Then I'm gonna add that little bit of yellow to the edges, and then I'll do the bloom effect again. And so for now on, when I do the particles, I'm gonna pause the video because I'm just doing the same thing over and over again, just moving it out a little bit, slightly change some of the shapes. It's really, kind of boring to just keep doing that same thing. Then I'm going to go to here, copy the layer, go to hard light, go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, merge down, turn off the layers, click that twice, turn them back on, ta-da. Okay, but what I'm gonna pause when I do that part, but I'm gonna focus on these pieces here. So how I'm gonna start fading them out is I'm gonna take my eraser tool, make sure I'm on the right layer, and I'm going to start erasing around the edges of these parts, making them a little bit smaller. But also what I'm going to do is have them turning into flame, into particles themselves. And I'm going to do that by starting to draw an orange part on all those parts. Some of them already have a good one, but I'm going to increase the orange part on them anyway if they already have it. Like so. Add a little bit of yellow on some of those. Kind of zoom in so I can see what I'm doing. Alright, let's see what we got so far. Okay, cool, it's coming along. And so in this next frame, I'm going to copy this layer here, get rid of all those layers, do that, put that layer back. So I want to work on this part. I'm also going to, do the same thing I did with the particles. I'm going to move this layer here. I'm going to make another layer. I'm going to move these particles out a little bit more, but I'm not going to do that yet. And I might have to start, fading the particles too, which just means I turn the opacity down on that layer. But I'll show you what I mean in just a second here. So I'm going to erase, turn a lot of these into particles now, and move them as well. You could literally draw really cool smooth particles and then just drag them, but I like the shapes to change a little bit as well. Actually, I want them to get even smaller because I really want these to pretty much become particles. And then I think I'm going to cheat with these ones for right now. I'm going to go to filter, free transform. I'm just going to kind of grow them uniformly like so. Let's see here. I gotta make sure I forgot to center that. I forgot to hold down the Alt key when I did that. Alt and Shift. Maybe I should make that a little bit bigger. Okay, now I'm going to start fading this layer. I'm going to put it down to like there. Okay, now I'm going to look at this layer. Now this is where I'm going to pause. I'm going to do the same thing I did before. Make that new layer. Uh, turn them off. Do that 2 times. Turn this on and this on. Okay, put this layer on top. Okay, now I'm just going to draw each one of those out a little bit farther. So I'm going to push pause. Okay, and then I'm going to copy, which layer was it? This one. And do this, and then just turn those 2 layers on. Push this back here. I'm going to take that second layer and do the same thing I did before. I'm going to kind of cheat holding down the Alt and Shift key. And I'm going to grow that way out here now. And then I'm going to fade it down like so. Let's see what this looks like now. Okay, make sure this is right. You know what happened with, I'm going to turn this opacity down a bit. Wait, that's the wrong layer. Turn the opacity down on this layer just a bit. Let's see here now. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, it's starting to get there. I'm going to, be adding other layers and little effects on top as well. Now I'm going to take this layer. I want to move it now. So with the next layer, I'm going to get rid of everything. Let's go ahead and do that. And then I just want to make a layer on top of this. I got to do that again. Okay, and actually I'm going to go back to this. I'm going to start fading the things just a bit. I'll do it a little bit each time. Then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to pause while I draw these a little bit farther out again. Same thing I did before, same technique. And then I'm going to fade that layer a little bit. Okay, so now I got that layer. I'm going to turn it down a little bit more than the other one was, about 56 or so. I'm going to zoom out here to see what this looks like now. Let's go to actual pixels. Okay, it's starting to get there. And so I'm going to try here on this last layer, this one here, I'm going to try to make a copy of it. Go ahead and do that trick. And then with that one, I'm going to go to Filter, Blur, and I'm going to go to Radial Blur. And then I'm going to choose Zoom. I'm going to do a lot of zoom. Let's see, it looks like it didn't do much. Turn it up 100%, make a copy of it, and then merge down. Do that trick again. Let me see. Okay, cool. Actually, no, I should do that. I'm going to undo all that. Okay, let's see. Right, so I undid all that. I decided I'm going to do that on a different layer. So for now, I'm going to end this video, and I'll come back with the next part. So please subscribe and rate and stuff. Appreciate it. Visit the link in the description.